guys, what's going on? It is Greg, and I just want to know if you've had bubbly yet. It's Pepsi's take on LaCroix, and their grapefruit is the best grapefruit sparkling water I've ever had. Anyways, this week I went with Kelsey and Scott and Zach and Amber and a bunch of people to Dallas. There was a church planting conference with the Church Multiplication Network. They're actually the group I used to work with before I moved to Minnesota. And their whole thing is helping pastors start new churches, so the entrepreneurial side of church planting, or of church in general. And so we had a great time, got to see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time. And while we were out there, we had a chance to stop into a bunch of different coffee shops. The first one we went to called West Oak, and it was probably one of the best lattes I've ever had. Just the espresso was so sweet, so balanced, so delicious. I really enjoyed it. Our second stop, we went to, we were driving down the road and we were looking for a coffee shop, looking everywhere, and my GPS kept saying that we passed it over and over again, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I found out that Society Coffee is actually inside of a gas station. It was my first experience with higher quality gas station coffee. It was so weird. It was like half of it was actually like a traditional kind of rundown gas station, and the other half was more of a cafe. Anyways, the coffee was pretty good. They have 2 locations in the Dallas area, and it was just a weird experience. I would go back for sure, but it was just super weird to have, you could buy your lottery tickets and your cappuccino at the same time. Third place we went was called George Coffee and something Provisions. George Coffee and Provisions, and it was it's the newest shop we went to when we were there. It's located in this, it seems like you drive down the street and it looks like a movie set. Everything's just like brand new and beautiful, and George is no exception to that. It's like an old farmhouse. Everything is beautiful and white and pristine and immaculate, and I ended up going there twice in one day just to bring other people. It was actually the closest shop to where we were staying at our hotel, and so it was really convenient. It was amazing. I really enjoyed that. I got an iced latte once, which was pretty good. Not the best I've ever had, but it was pretty good. And then this thing called the White Shadow, and it's a syrup made with sweetened condensed milk, and it was way overly sweet for what I normally like. I always feel like going for the syrup drinks is kind of risky, but I went for it, and I don't know if I'd go with that one again. And then the last shop we went to on our trip, or the last one I documented at least, probably had my favorite drink of the whole trip. So I will say West Oak had the best espresso and best straight up coffee, but as far as mixed drinks go, Trio was by far the best. It was so good that we actually stopped at the store today to buy things to try to recreate that drink. It was called the Run the Julep, and it had like raspberry and ice brew and lime and grapefruit, and it was so fruity, so delicious. I can't wait to try to remake that drink. I'll probably make a video for it at some point and share it with you if it turns out good. I would say overall, the Run the Julep at Trio was my favorite drink, and as far as espresso and just straight up coffee goes, West Oak was my favorite. We had a great time exploring Dallas. We had a great time at the conference. It's always fun to see people that you haven't seen and reconnect, and that's really what this was all about for me. So reconnecting with friends and drinking delicious coffee. Dallas has a pretty great coffee scene, so if you're ever headed that way, shoot me an email or something. I have a list of my favorite places everywhere I've been, and then another list of places that I want to go to at some point, and so I'd love to share those with you. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed just this little talking head video with some b-roll of some of the coffee shops I went to, give this video a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you're new around here. Take it easy. Peace.